trailer reaction.
To what trailer?
The Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house.
Do we know anyone that plays in the movie?
Yeah, we actually do. We know Jack Hoy, Jack Hyde, Steven, and Natasha.
Now, if I remember correctly, when we had Jack Hoyt on, he mentioned that it was called Viral Haunt.
Well, actually, all four of them said that it was called Viral Haunt, but for a reason, I don't know of the reason, but yeah, they changed the title.
Okay. So, what is your understanding what this movie is supposed to be about?
Well, it pretty much is supposed to show, the dark side of the internet and the dark side of having fame. And, and since social media plays such a vital part in our lives now, and, a lot of times people focus on the good things about how it allows people to keep in touch with, with friends and family, like who may not live in, the same geographic location that they're in, which is a huge draw for social media. But at the same time, it also has its dark side too.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to watch this first trailer, and this is going to have two trailers in it. We're going to watch this first one, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about it, and then we'll watch the second one and talk about that one.
All right, works for me.
Ready?
Yep, let's rock and roll.
Well, ghost hunters, today's the day. The Ripper's house. Jack the Ripper's house. No one's ever filmed inside before. This place gives me the creeps.
I think places like this stay empty for a reason.
What's with all this voodoo and witchcraft? Maybe it's the ghost of Jack the Ripper.
You shouldn't be here. You think this house is the problem? It's always been waiting for you.
Everyone! Oh my God! Tell me you saw that.
I saw it. Please tell me we got that on film.
You need to rethink this.
I'm not letting this slip away.
You won't leave. You can't.
We need to leave, Jake! There's something else in this house.
So I just realized the one that we have apparently decides to have that into it. Lovely. So, what did you think about that, Eric?
Yeah, I loved the lighting. I loved the makeup effects, and I loved how the very end with that girl who screams into the camera, it really gave me Evil Dead vibes. I'm not sure if that was the vibe that they were all trying to go with, but if it was, I wouldn't be surprised. And what I loved is how it said they wanted to go viral, because a lot of people want that, a lot of people want that validation, which is ironic because considering that, Steven and Steven was more so involved as far as what I understand, like with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, while Natasha was in both movies, and that film went viral. And so, this shows, that, going viral, getting what you want, it may not always be worth it.
Absolutely. And we're trying to become viral and become, the next hot thing. But, it's one of those things, you got to be careful what you decide to do. Definitely, because you may end up in a scenario that you don't want to be in. And that's definitely why I think they experienced theirs. They weren't expecting to be caught into this scenario. They were planning on being, oh, this is going to be fun, this is going to be awesome. And then they get caught into something that they were not expecting.
Mm-hmm. And that happens all the time with life, regardless if it's going viral or not. Which
exactly.
I think that adds to the, to the relatability to this movie.
Yeah. All right, we're going to switch to the other video. We're gonna watch this one and then give us our review, and then we'll talk a little more about things at the end.
Okay.
Welcome to the Abbey.
I love the cinematography.
They say the witch haunts this place, and the famous Abbey cellars are the most
It
haunted.
does. It looks beautiful and it looks. I also love, the intensity, like in Jack Hoy's face with his acting. Man, yeah.
Should they go through that?
I mean, everyone else is,
Ghostbusters, today's the day.
and I'm not saying that just to be nice.
Here we come.
Hey everyone, so we're ready for tonight.
That's,
Or at least I
Natasha,
hope we are.
Yes.
This place gives them the creeps. They're out there. Come forward.
Yeah, I can see why a lot of horror movies like what happened with the Ouija board.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a no-brainer.
Right now.
exactly.
How much do you think this
It's
place
like
will be
the
worth?
staple of
This must be worth.
Hey,
experience,
Honestly, talking
finding
about money
ghosts
right
and
now.
all that.
This could set us all.
just like how a lot of horror movies have knives.
He's dead.
Oh man, that makeup. Whoever did the makeup did a terrible job.
Wait. No.
Please tell me we've got that on film.
I can't wait
That's
to.
a pretty solid movie. Pretty solid.
Oh, definitely. Did you like the first trailer more or the second one more?
I honestly I like the second one a little bit better.
Okay.
Overall, I feel like it provides more of the story,
Mhm.
and it provides more of things going on instead of just being scary.
Mhm.
So I do like the second one because I think it gives a little more, but I think they're pretty, they give off a lot of information, but not too much.
Exactly, and that's what trailers should do. A lot of people should take note on that.
Yeah.
Because if you give away too much, a really good example is that, back around the time when Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came out, the trailers gave away so much that when I went to go see the movie, I was like, I feel like I already saw the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I got out of the theater watching it, I felt so underwhelmed. I was like, I felt like I already saw the movie. And then when I told people, at my then job at that time, saying how I saw the movie, they all asked me, "Oh, how was it?" In that enthusiasm. But then as soon as I would tell them, well, if you saw the trailers, you've already seen the movie. They sounded so disappointed, and it's understandable why, because nobody wants to have that experience be ruined for them. And that's what I really give huge props, to everybody who made this movie about, is that it gives you the information that you need,
Yeah.
but not too much.
Yeah, it definitely kept the parts that were going to be thrilling and the scary parts. It kept them to such a short portion that you have no clue really what was going on in that scenario, but it scares you enough. It jumps you, it makes you go like, "Ooh, this is going to be a scary," but it doesn't give off too much information. It doesn't tell you like how to predict it in advance or anything. So when you go to see the movie, you're just not knowing when those jump scares are going to happen.
Yep.
It definitely lays it out in a very well way to draw your attention in.
Yep, exactly. And considering that I've seen a lot of horror movies, and so therefore it's hard to make me jump. But especially at that part where like that girl with the blank white eyes is screaming into the camera, it actually scared me.
Yeah. I kind of have a mixed feeling about those solid white eyes. I like it being more of a white haze than a solid white eye. And I know you kind of have a mixed opinion about that too. You don't agree with me on that. But I think, in this context, it's not a complete white eye. It's more of a haze. And I love that they kept it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that shows like the person's dead, but they're not completely soulless, but they're almost like their soul is gone.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think this movie is going to be great.
I think so too.
We definitely need to get Natasha, Steven, and all of them on again, and definitely talk about this movie. I think that would be really good for us to have.
Yeah, and all of them did agree to come back, well, like for a Q&A after the film comes out about it. So look forward to that.
And we've also kind of discussed we might do a little event for us to possibly do a giveaway. We're looking at some stuff that we might do. So definitely we'll post out about that whenever we get more information about what we plan on doing there. But that is definitely something coming in the future.
It is. And, and just watching these trailers now, knowing that I now know some of the people in this movie and who made it, it really makes it it really makes it a different experience.
It really does. I'm actually really happy that I know the people who are in it. I mean, they're great people that are in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, most of the people that we know are really wonderful, and they've done great work in the past with Winnie the Pooh and all that. So definitely watch these on your own. Let us know what you think. Comment, share, let us all know. If you want to know more about different stuff we do, go to vierthalerstudios.com. You can learn more about us and look at our reviews that we've done about other movies in a written format instead of just videos. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.
Stay tuned.